crowd, reign of terror.
Filthy underground is the sound you've been missing.
You got to pay the price, and it's gonna be a heavy one.
Don't let your mouth get you hurt, bro. If you don't like hip-hop, then turn this off now. Run back to Sean style. Do what I feel like the dog pound. The bar's open, so some more round. The bank open like the Rothschilds and Beethoven with raw sounds. All in together now. Catch, bet, and foul. Bet a thou. You won't see the second round. The weapons out. Life is a violent sport, dig it? That's why I raise my gun. I ain't no child support, nigga. Protect the fam, I'm Kruger, hand slick. Take care of mine. 3 stacks told you about Caroline. Oh, stupid ass bitch.
We made it, y'all. It's 11 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top cruising the street, and this is the Hot Tag Radio Wrestling Podcast.
11 o'clock on the dot.
I'm your host,
my nigga Sellers.
Amongst my other co-host, Sellers. And ooh, fellas, how y'all doing today, man? Sellers is back up in the building. What's good with y'all, man? How y'all feeling?
Good? What up, though? Pose, what's good? Fernando, what's good? Sally Sell.
Sally Sell. How you doing?
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, man. We're doing good over here, man. Listen, bro, the Pistons got the fuck up out of there, bro. Shout out to Jalen Brunson.
I was just about to say,
man. Got them boys up out of there.
Oh, you a Knicks fan?
No, man. I mean, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, Cliff, bro. I didn't care who won that series. The Pistons surpassed everybody's expectations this year and made it to the playoffs, and they didn't just barely made it in. You know, they earned their spot. You know, they didn't have to do plays and nothing. Okay. The Knicks. You know, they the Knicks, bro. You know, they've been on fire. Brunson, Cat, you know, them Villanova boys been carrying that team. So, I mean, I personally didn't care who won. I just think, you know, the Pistons, you know what I'm saying, overachieved. So, it was a good season for us all around.
This is how I feel, man. We gave that series up to them. We handed it to them. We could have just put the nail in the coffin and we could have won 4 games, man. We gave it to them in the fourth quarter. We could have had trouble closing, but that snatchback Brunson did on Twin, man. He was in another dimension, man. He left him. He was in another dimension. He went to the next day. I was like, oh, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh no. It's good. It's good. It was too picture perfect. Too picture perfect. My thing is, why don't y'all guard him to the left so he can enforce right, man? He always hard dribbles to the left, man. I don't know why. They let him do that, but I don't know why he got the ball.
He might accidentally clip you with that forehead.
That is true, man.
We just need somebody who's consistently can put up 20 points a night.
That's what I just told Clip.
Right alongside K, somebody who night in, because we got players who can do it, but just not consistently. Like we had Tobias who give you 22 games, then you know what I'm saying, he'll score 8, but then you have Hardaway who will give you like 23 straight games, then won't score at all. Then we got Beasley.
Like Beasley who'll just go crazy
and then won't score for 3 straight games.
Well,
So bro, we just need somebody who consistently, like, all right, if K can't get it done, make sure he getting them shots. If he can't do it, then it's everybody else. That's what we need, bro.
Well, K reached that next level. Still got to clean them turnovers up. That's what it was, them turnovers. Mm-hmm. But he hit that next level, though. So next year, he's going to be a different monster. But Jalen Brunson, man, he one of them dudes.
He wanted them dudes.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, I remember when the Pistons was he became a free agent, and there was something about him coming to the Pistons in New York. I remember saying, man, he ain't gonna be worth all that money. He trash. He ain't that good. Man, after that first year with the Knicks, I'm like, man, I eat all them words, bro.
Bro,
it's the truth, bro.
Yeah. Like, bro, and like, you know, you watch the game, and I used to hate Kobe because You know, I know that's why I hated Steph. Because you know Steph is about to come turn the whole game around, bro. Like he have a bad stretch, might get injured, might collide with somebody. You're like, yeah, get him out of there. 31 straight points. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or you know, shit like that. Jalen Brunson came in, bro, and demoralized the Pistons. I won't say demoralized them, man, but Pistons gave away 2 straight games.
Yeah. We had
games.
it won. We had it won.
Oh, 2 straight games. They hold y'all on that foul now. That foul, they played y'all. And they gonna say some bullshit like, oh, that was our fault. The fuck you mean?
It's too late now. Shit.
Too late.
You know?
Well, we go jump into some wrestling shortly, but bro, you know, one of the sorriest friends, when you think about it, who's one of the sorriest franchises in the last 8 years, bro? The Dallas Mavericks, bro. They had Brunson, Luka, Porzingis. They had all pieces there, bro, and got rid of all pieces.
Yeah.
You right. They even had Tim Hardaway.
Bro, they all right before they hit their prime or while they were in their prime and got rid of all of them.
Yeah.
I don't even get the Jalen Brunson thing. Why he wasn't even on the radar? Did he want to leave?
He wasn't gonna start. That's all it was. He wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna start.
He didn't want to back up Luka.
One thing I know, man, the Pistons Knicks series, that was one enjoyable series, man. That put my heart back in basketball right there. Nice physical basketball, and that made me want to watch more basketball. That series right there, like wow. Okay.
Shout out to the refs, bro, because they all them ticky-tacky fouls. They ain't calling that shit.
They ain't call that shit.
Shout out to the refs, bro. This is the basketball I grew up on.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But I got another question to ask. I got another question.
Denver. Okay. Probably.
I would like to see what Russ win his championship, though. That's the only reason I want to see Denver to win.
Me too, kind of. The heel turns over for me.
If y'all wondering where Catch is at, Catch may be joining us soon. He's having a little bit of technical difficulties over there, so he probably gonna be in chat chatting up with you guys. I got another hard pressing question to ask y'all, man. I've been thinking about this thing, man. It's been floating on my mind since last week, man. I got one question. Who would win? 100 men versus a gorilla. Who would win?
Me and Sellers and our counterpart Jones had a convo this week in the group chat about that, and y'all have to understand science. Y'all have to understand logic. Y'all have to understand psychology. Who going first? We get 100 of us, right? Who's going first? So 1 out of 100 of us is gonna get mauled.
I'm picking the gorilla all day, every day.
Yeah. He gonna kill 20 of us. 60 of us ain't gonna fight after seeing a 20 kill, and 20 just ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? The other 20 they ain't fighting to begin with.
We're gonna get to the release. That's part of the topics for now. You already know we're gonna get to that soon. As soon as you get the banter out.
Yeah, Black Friday's a motherfucker.
It's all science and nature, bro. We can have a plan to go in there and do all that shit. The first time we see the immediate consequence, your will is gonna change, bro. Now you can counteract that by giving everybody like some type of psychoactives or medics to keep them focused. But if you do that, you run the chance of them not following the plan all the way through. So it's like, what do you really do? Because I can tell you, if we get 100 niggas, you have to get at least 40 of them who know that they not gonna make it home.
Yeah, bro. Facts. That's gonna
be the hard part right there. That's gonna be the hard part. Now, after the 41st motherfucker get killed, then the other 59 will be like, well, shit, bro. it's just one of those things, bro. If we can have it all wrote down, we go do this, we go do that. 20 of us can jump on his back. No, you can't. 20 motherfuckers is not gonna fit on a gorilla back. But 30 of us can hold his arm. How? No. Show me the physical way that 30 grown men are gonna hold one gorilla arm, bro.
It ain't possible.
It's not possible. We have all these thoughts about what we can do and how. It's not gonna happen, bro. Once the first few motherfuckers get killed, instantly, your change of heart, right? You're gonna do something that's gonna waver away from the plan and just ruin everything. It's just human nature, bro. We're not going into this shit. We're gonna do this, then watch fucking easily die. Not put up a fight and die, but easily get wiped out and be like, keep going.
They be biting and shit too. Like, bro, like they be doing all biting your skull. Like they got a bite force that's crazy. They got fucking physical strength. Hey, bro, remember the Matrix with
you sound like
when they just miss you and knock the pillar away. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you there.
Can you hear me?
We hear you now. Say that again.
Okay, remember in the Matrix dog when Agent Smith missed Neo with that punch and knocked the brick wall and shit?
Yeah.
Knocked the hole through the brick wall. Imagine you being in a bar, bro, in a bar fight, and y'all fighting, and one dude missed you, and then he knocked the damn wall down, bro. Like Stella said, the wheel changes. She's like, bro, what the fuck?
Right.
They did three or four people gonna die because they in shock and seeing somebody get ripped in half. You're like, oh shit, and then boom, he got you next. And like I said, they be biting, bro. So they gonna bite your head off. They go punch a hole through your chest.
Nigga say, we just gonna be like, I don't even think like we can punch it enough to make it hurt. So my likening to it is he's not gonna take no damage because humans physically with just hands, we not gonna hurt that goddamn thing, bro.
Our fist will hurt before
exactly. We will break our hands.
Right.
We will break our hands trying to hurt this motherfucker. So it's
we need Monty. We need Monty from the Planeteers, nigga. We need Monty. Calm this motherfucker down, bro.
Duh. And people gotta think, man, a chimpanzee ate somebody's face off. Remember that year?
I told you, bro, they bite, bro. They got a bite force.
I think we have a better chance of hunting niggas versus a lion than we do a gorilla, bro. I think we have a better chance against a lion than we do a gorilla, bro.
I don't know about that.
Hey, you see what Derek just posted? The 1,300 psi pounds per square inch. It's stronger than a lion's bite.
Yeah,
and that's all a lion can do. Really, is bite you.
And that's my point. Ooh, all it can do is bite you. A gorilla can grab you. Like, hold on, you ain't going nowhere.
Right, bro.
One hand to hold you. I'm whooping their ass.
I'm socking you too, beating your chest in.
I'm telling you, man.
That's a squash match.
People was actually picking the 100 people. I'm like, dog, like really? Like, nah, brother.
Listen, bro.
I'm sorry.
Even in gunfights, bro. Once we hear bullets, we looking around. So just imagine being this close and seeing a wild animal just grab the motherfucker next to you and pull his head clean off.
Man, I just saw a video of a gorilla walking, just pulled a dude. I guess he was in camouflage. Just pulled the dude by his leg with the easiest of ease. Just left
ragdoll.
Right? Like, hell nah.
Why you think Hawk and some be moving like a gorilla, bro? Will he be walking and shit? Some of them, I'm telling you, bro. They incredible Hawk.
No, bro.
Leave them niggas alone.
Niggas is crazy for picking 100.
Hey, and if anybody either thinking about going against a gorilla, even though gorilla's about to be extinct in a few, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Gorillas are not your friends. They are not pets.
We would lose that war if they decide to get smart.
Right.
One of them gonna watch the movie Planet of the Apes one day at the zoo and be like, hey,
exactly.
Hey, y'all. It's possible.
You know, start whispering in people's ears and shit.
Right. Hey, shit.
I gotta watch that last one with Planet of the Apes also. Shit, I still ain't watched that yet.
They went too far from the last one.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I love the Planet of the Apes, though, man. That's one of my favorites.
Niggas gonna start getting letters in the mail. You've been selected as one of the 100.
I'm good. I'm good.
It's
Hell
gonna
no.
be that YouTube nigga with Mr. Beast.
Oh man. Well, let's get on to it, man. Let's get on to the topics at hand, bro. We got a lot of good topics here, man. Let's start off with a little bit of Cliff. I forgot what we call it. I ain't said it in a minute, but anyway, let's go.
Cliff Notes.
Cliff Notes. I ain't said it in a minute. But Cliff Notes. But last week, man, Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan was sending out little promo videos about, basically teasing another venture. They never really said what it was going to do, but it came out that they are doing what they call a freestyle Real American Wrestling Freestyle League, which is basically it's amateur wrestling in a professional format, similar to professional wrestling, but it has storytelling elements incorporated in it. But it's basically almost like a reality TV show, but it's freestyle amateur wrestling. Bundles, what is your thoughts about Hogan and Eric Bischoff announcing a freestyle Real American Freestyle Wrestling towards your TV screen? And do you think this will work if it's angled as a professional wrestling league like that? Or I don't know how that will work. What's your thoughts about it?
Anything with Hogan's name attached to it ain't gonna work at all, bro. If it's to the public, bro. He's done. He's officially cooked. He's finished. Eric Bischoff, man, we gave this nigga a positive send off like last month when he said he was completely done with pro wrestling, and we said he should stay away from it and go out on top. You know what I'm saying? What is this nigga doing, bro? He teaming back up with Hogan and do this little NWO type promo to announce basically another pro wrestling company, bro.
Right.
Like, Jesus Christ, man. I like wrestling, bro. I say it all the time. I watch it often, all type of, small leagues, the big shit, foreign shit. This isn't anything that we particularly need, bro. I don't think it's gonna be successful. I don't even know if it's been picked up by any channels or anything, or if it's just something being pitched. This is gonna be online only. But because this is just my opinion, the fan base that would support Hogan and Bischoff in this venture is already basically being juiced out by WWE at this point. So they're not going to have much to give. And I highly doubt with Bischoff and Hogan being the heads of this, it's going to be anything as entertaining or as engaging more than TNA or WWE is at this point. It just sounds like, to me, it just sounds like, okay, well, AEW think they shitted on us by doing this longest running shit on Turner. Watch this. This is just what it feels like to me. So right. I don't think this is done in good faith of trying to make something new for other people. I think this is more so of my dick bigger than yours and I can still do this type shit. So I don't think this will work.
Oh, what's your thoughts about Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan new venture?
They trying to catch them residual people who have nowhere to go after they finish their amateur career if they're not an Olympian. You know what I'm saying? Like, what leagues do they have now to where you can do that freestyle pro wrestling outside of the Olympic trials, outside of the high school and college ranks, or overseas, some world events? So if they try to get a UFC style wrestling you know, with the pizzazz, because that's all this shit is nowadays. Everything is content creation. Everything is just like, I need content creation, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, like Sella said, man, I kind of changed my tune on this. Hogan, you kind of ran your course, brother. You notice who's not in the graphic.
You can't see me.
He gets no love on this channel. You know what I'm saying? And other outlets, Eric Bischoff, like Silas just said, you just retired, bro. I'm done with wrestling. And then like you pop up with another company. So they trying to catch some residual people. They trying to find that another, you know, little road less traveled in the market, which is smart on that business end, trying to find another avenue. Because, you know, Big Q did something similar with the Ice Cube did something similar with the Big Three. You know what I'm saying? Like I got players that retired from the NBA, but they're still great players. But like Hogan being involved, probably gonna make it too kooky. So yeah, I gotta change my tune on this one. I think it was a good idea, but it might be a little iffy.
I think if it was professional wrestling instead of amateur wrestling, yeah, I maybe be intrigued, because I'm always intrigued of something wrestling, professional wrestling. But nobody. I don't know if freestyle wrestling, amateur wrestling has a fan base like that.
They got a niche crowd, you know, it's a niche crowd. But with the
storylines and whatever they have towards that, would it be interesting enough to fall back on when they have their matches or you know, when they had their meets and stuff like that?
I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be Vince McMahon style story. They probably have some, you know, some reality show shit, UFC, you know, reality show type shit. But who knows? The Hulk Hogan, man.
See, I figured when I first heard it, I thought it would probably be more like the Ultimate Fighter, but just amateur wrestling style. I'm like, all right, that might work, but no, they're like trying to make it like an actual pro wrestling, but just actual real amateur wrestling. It's just like, that sounds stupid because it defeats the point, bro. It defeats the point. But you still got Hogan's name attached to it, bro. And I'm telling you, it's just not gonna work for three main reasons. Those are the two.
Right.
Well,
and Bischoff, like we said earlier on an earlier show, man, bro, you had kind of a one-hit wonder type thing going on. I'm not going to disregard this brother's career. You know what I'm saying? Because you did a lot of things to turn WCW around. You know what I'm saying? You was going heads up with Vince at one point, and you did kind of fuck up Vince for a while. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, man, kind of see you bury a company. Like, saw you take TNA from being like a legit alternative and just needed that one little push to you and Hogan coming in and fucking that shit all up, man. Y'all, and the talent y'all had at that point in time, and the momentum they had, like I said, TNA was just thirsty for a big name, and then they got on Hulk Hogan radar, and they're like, oh, let's get these motherfuckers in. Boom. Well, y'all led us right into another Monday Night War that we got our ass whooped in. You know what I'm saying? Changed our whole identity.
Right.
So, can we trust these motherfuckers? That talent. Look at that talent pool they had when Hogan and Bischoff came, bro. Goddamn. Beer Money, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels. You had
Samoa
the Nasty Boys.
Samoa Joe. Huh?
The Nasty Boys.
That's who Hogan, bro. But you had the Dudleys.
Val Venus.
Morley was that after Hogan though, bro?
No, that was during that. I remember that shit because I remember watching the very first episode of Monday Night. They came on the Val Venus debut. Nasty Boys did a cameo.
That's when RVD beat AJ Styles for the belt that first night, right?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember him being on the episode. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Val Venus was on that boy. Let's
Nigel
go on
McGuinness, you're right. Nigel McGuinness, Fernando, you're right.
Nigel, yeah.
Nigel was in that bitch.
Desmond Wolf.
Yeah, I love Desmond Wolf, man. Let's get on here. Let's go on to the next topic. The Pope, yep. Let's go on to the next topic at hand, man. People in the chat, man, don't forget to hit the like button, man. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Help us out a little bit. Hey, it only costs you $0. So,
Shout out for a new viewer, Catch P, man. I ain't seen your name over there, but make sure you hit like and subscribe, bro.
Exactly, man. Hit that like and subscribe, brother. But anyway, let's go on to the next one. Bailey had an interview with Chris Van Vliet, one of my favorite podcast interviewers, man. He always have all the people on there, but she expressed some I want to say concern, but during that interview she expressed a little bit of doubt on her position with WWE. She expressed that her popularity is not as big as like a Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch, and she just expressed some doubt in her interview. You could tell by her facial expressions and her overall demeanor when she was talking about WWE, and when Chris was asking her questions about when her position basically there. And that just caused my head to thinking I believe that she said she has a year left on her contract. Do you guys think that she will possibly leave WWE and join her best friend Mercedes in AEW to get that shine just like Mercedes having right now at her little run on AEW? Let's start with Oob on this one.
Mercedes over there like, dog, come over here, bro. I don't gotta work three weeks a year. I get paid this. You know what I'm saying? She brought her hand up. Bailey just is missing a good character right now. She's missing a great character. That's all she's missing. You know what I'm saying? She will have the popularity because Charlotte ain't popular right now. Becky ain't popular right now. So Becky came back, crowd lukewarm. She made that heel turn. Okay, now we getting into it. All right. She a heel. Boom, boom, boom. Lyra, finally getting into with her promos, getting some emotion in that shit. So Bailey just missing a good character right now. Like what is she doing? Right?
Nothing.
She had a whole year or two of focus when she had Damage Control. And she got EO over to where she is now. You know what I'm saying? So that she was a good hand in that. But she was the focal point of a storyline for about a year and a half.
That's a great analogy, Derek. That's a great analogy right there. Bailey is Carmella Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
And she had a historic Royal Rumble run. Like she had the longest run in Women's Royal Rumble history, most eliminations, I believe. You know what I'm saying? She came in at 2 or 3 and lasted all the way and won the Rumble and had her moment at WrestleMania. I feel her low because guess what? She was left off the poster. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't on the poster for WrestleMania.
She said she don't get no posters. She don't be in the media scrums after the pay-per-views. She just don't get that superstar feel like the Charlottes or the Beckys, Sasha's back in the day, or even now with the Tiffany Strattons and
you naming it. Listen, man. She had a great run. She had a great, she's accomplished champion, and it's just now in WWE the landscape has changed so much and there's so many other women that they have, or that's, you know, kind of cooking a little bit more than that. You know what I'm saying? Bayley got to get the cooking, man. I ain't even mad at Bayley if she say I want to leave and go to AEW, get her payday, and just chill for a while, reinvent herself, then come back, like we know Mercedes Moné gonna do. You know Sasha Banks gonna make her grand return to WrestleMania one day. We know that shit. But right now, if I can go chill for a couple years, get my body back right, get off the road, man, get paid way more money, blah, 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 make a few appearances and do that, I'm not mad at it, dog. Because WWE, as we can see, they ain't hurting for people, and they definitely not hurting for women right now. So Bayley needs to get a great character. 4-horsewoman. Let me link up, be a mega heel, say fuck all y'all, say everything you saying right now. You left me off the posters. Fuck this company. You know what I'm saying? You have to change that character. This woe is me. Yeah, my contract's coming up. Maybe it's a red herring for them, what they're about to do. But Bayley has to get that character changed.
Bones, what's your thoughts about Bayley and her doubts, basically?
I don't blame her. I mean, I'm not gonna say she's underutilized, but when you look at Bayley then, when the 4 horsemen women were around, and you look at Bayley now with all the other women talent around, it doesn't ever feel like she's shown as a star or she's our top woman. If you're not somebody who watches the show like regularly, you probably would never know that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel her on that. However, there's still a lot of money on the table with Bayley, bro. Like I'm not opposed to them still doing, the remaining horsewomen doing a heel faction, and like we tired of these young bitches trying to, you know what I'm saying, run us about the spot. That's something you can do. You know what I'm saying? That's untapped right there. However, with just a year left on her contract, a little over a year or whatnot, I wouldn't be surprised if she had that conversation with talent relations or Triple H, and they more than likely told her, like, look, bro, you see what it is. You know what I'm saying? You see what we got coming up. So
right.
We're not going to even try to, resign you. Go. We know he's going to pay you 10 times what you want. Go get you a little 2-3 year contract over there. Get your money. Obviously, we're going to bring you back home. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if that was a conversation, bro. I honestly feel like with a lot of Triple H's people, he has those conversations like, look, it ain't shit I can do for you right now. Go get your money, but you can always come back home. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Rusev and the black dude, Aleister Black. I'm pretty sure neither one of them wanted to leave. They just, and I'm pretty sure if Triple H had the power at that time, they would not have left. Right. But, they left, said what they said, did what they did. Nigga brought them back home, bro. Like, so I think Bayley right now is in such a space. I don't think there's no losing with her right now. Whatever happens with her, she's going to win. She's either going to leave and get paid a shitload of money and be over there with her homegirl, or she's going to stay and they're going to do something creative to, make her happy, make her stand out more. But, I mean, long term, bro, nobody wants to go to AEW long term, bro. I think we know that.
Yeah, that's true. I think with the Bayley situation, I think the hugger gimmick that put her in a stranglehold for a while, because she stuck with that gimmick for a minute before she turned to the what was her nickname? The role model. Yeah. I think that pigeon-toed her a little bit, and when she turned to the role model, it would have worked if they had the crowd. You know what I'm saying? She turned heel during COVID. She didn't have that crowd back then. If she had that crowd during the beginning of the role model gimmick, it would have been a little bit different, Injuries fucked her up too, for a while too. Her knee injury. She said in a CVV interview that it was more than just torn ACL. It's more than that. So basically, that didn't help at all. And she just got leapfrogged. She got leapfrogged by Bianca Belair. Name
Jay Cargill.
Jay Cargill. She got
Io Sky. Oscar would listen. It's too many.
Yeah. She got leapfrogged, and once if you're not there, you get forgotten. You get forgotten quick. And that injury when she was out for like a year or so, you forget. People forget you. And she came back with fanfare and stuff, but it wasn't on a level as of a Charlotte or Becky. And even if Sasha was there, it would be on a level with a Sasha. She just wasn't that hugger gimmick. I really believe that it didn't help her at all when she got to the main roster. That's an NXT gimmick. You know what I'm saying?
She has to be a vindictive heel.
Listen, bro, she's, in my opinion, bro, and a lot of people may disagree, of those original 4 horsemen, Charlotte, her, and then Sasha. I think Becky last, or you can go her.
Becky was last.
You know what I'm saying? Sasha and Bayley third, but she's not the least talented of that group. Not the least, but it would, again, if you don't watch the show, you just based upon what you see from marketing and promotion, it would probably come off that way. Like, oh, she's probably just not as good as the other 3. No, that's not the case. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Remember, Becky was the least talented of the 4 horsemen woman. And she was the worst on the mic. She was the least talented and the worst on the mic. She caught a moment. She got her nose broken on TV and bled, and it just became such a visual. The fans caught that respect, and it just skyrocketed. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Nia Jax, for getting her over, and boom. So you could be somebody like Bayley, who's probably the second best wrestler off the 4 horsewomen behind Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? Bayley was his second in everything. I was second best talker, second best wrestler. You know what I'm saying? And just Becky leapfrogged her with that stardom, with the broken nose. Charlotte is, come on now, Ric Flair's daughter. They was already making that a narrative about having her with the championships. And then Sasha Banks was just more popular to begin with. Odd woman out.
Sucked on the mic and still does, bro. She still sucks.
Trash. So it's just Bayley. Just man, it's just a rough spot. But I think Charlotte and Becky, they feeling that shit now too. Because Charlotte, man, Charlotte ain't been on TV. Their fans hate her, bro. They spiteful. They treat her like shit online. That backstage killing her. We don't know where her head's at. Becky is getting lukewarm reactions until she went heel. You know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about her, calling her Becky Hogan. She about to take the IC title. You know what I'm saying? Bayley, sad in interviews. Man, listen, bro. They better do something quick.
That's a better analogy. Chris Bosh. Bayley is the Chris Bosh of the big 3.
Yeah,
put them 3 together, bro, and let me think of
Nia Jax, the 4th.
Oh, okay, Nia Jax work. I was just thinking of somebody from NXT that they can help prop up, but Nia Jax is perfect, bro.
No, they ain't trying to help prop up nobody no more. That's the gimmick. Fuck them young motherfuckers.
I like the Nia Jax addition. Hell yeah, make it. Hey Hunter, I know you are.
Didn't he make a big group? Just make them a big heel group.
Yeah, make them power trip.
Charlotte, Becky, Nia, and Bayley power trip. Have them win all the titles, the tag team, the world championships, in the U.S. or Intercontinental title,
You
and have them run a division like the Bloodline. Have them
You've never had that dominant woman faction like that.
That's something different.
It's ripe for the taking. It's ripe for the taking because they got the U.S. title off Chelsea Green. It's ripe for the taking for Charlotte to come on over there and say, "Hey, run that." You know what I'm saying? Take that U.S. title off of Zelina Vega. Give me that. You know what I'm saying? And then Bayley, I don't know if you want to put her in a tag team, but you know, the titles on EO Sky, that's history right there. We're putting her and Bayley.
You already have new four horsewomen just called up. You got the Stephanie Vacure, Julia, Roxy. You bring up another NXT person that they could bring up and help build up on the main roster. You know,
I got a question before we move on. If they were to do the four faction with Bayley, Becky, Nia, and Charlotte, which two would you make the tag team?
I would definitely
Nia Jackson, Bayley.
See, here's the thing, because Bayley and EO got built-in history, and they never had that match. You know what I'm saying? EO's the champion now. Bayley, who really the one who put her in position. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
EO beat Bayley for the championship, didn't she? At WrestleMania,
Bayley beat EO for the championship at Mania last year.
Yeah,
Bayley beat EO. So that's history. I don't know. It would probably have to be Bayley and Nia Jax, and then Charlotte. I know Becky can get the IC title off Lyra because that IC title needs somebody like Becky holding that belt, man. You know,
Catch said Nia and Becky, and that's where that's who I picked. Nia. I would pick the two who are not as strong in the ring. The other two is Nia and Becky, bro. That would be my pick.
I low key. I think Nia can wrestle her ass off now.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think it's necessarily she can wrestle her ass off. I think she's just more so. What's the word I want to use, bro? Not comfortable, but it'll come to me. It'll come to me. The word I want to use where I don't sound rude saying it, but it'll come back to me. Go ahead.
She's a little clumsy, not
I don't think she was necessarily ever clumsy. I think she just didn't care that much. But it seems like she's a little bit more like, let's just say cautious. Yeah, let's just say cautious. She's a little bit more cautious in some of the shit she does with, the power moves and how motherfuckers fall when she's dropping them and shit. It looks like she's a little bit more cautious, bro. That's not the word. That's still not the word I wanted to use, but we'll roll with
it. Oh shit. So let's go on to the next topic at hand. Missing my website for the whatchamacallit. But anyway, Backlash is next week, man. They announced the main event will be John Cena versus Randy Orton, possibly for the last time you will ever see this matchup, man. Let's go through the card at hand. I don't even think all the matches have been announced yet, huh?
I think it's only 4 matches.
It's only 4 matches.
It's the 4 that's been announced. We got them right here. I think the 5th match probably be announced this week sometime. If it's going to be a 5th match, I don't think they're going over 5 matches.
Wow. That's great. You don't have to be up that much long. But okay, the matches I have here is Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight versus Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre for the U.S. Championship in the Fatal 4-Way. What your guys think about this matchup right here, man? Let's start off with Oob. Oob, did you do last time? Let's start off with bundles on this one.
Yeah, Jacob Fatu with it, bro.
You know what I mean? Jacob Fatu.
If you hear that noise in the background, my dog's just decided to get up and start fucking with the toys for some odd reason. But yeah, Jacob Fatu. Listen, bro. We're gonna leave it at that. Jacob Fatu gonna win. Only way he doesn't win is Solo get involved and something happens there. But I don't think that's gonna happen just yet. So I got Jacob winning.
Jacob is gonna be on another pedestal, man. Dude is so good, man. Ooh, who you have in this matchup?
I got Jacob retaining, man, but this is gonna be a crazy ass matchup. I really think they're getting 100% behind Jacob, so they're really making him look like a star. So to win with these caliber opponents, but you got some intermingled storylines in there, man. You got a lot of shit going on, especially with Solo talking this shit. And I got Jacob winning. You know what I'm saying? I got Jacob winning.
Yeah, I got Jacob winning this one too, man. You just can't put the title on there and have him lose after his first matchup defending the title. Or second, I think, defending the title, man. Nah, Jacob, you gotta keep that streak going, man. He's all gas, no brakes,
no
baby.
Brakes. And bro, listen, man, he get a genuine crowd reaction every time he out there. So it's like, bro, all that heel shit he trying to do, but that shit over with. He a toner at best.
It's over.
But it's over with, bro. But man, they look, this is where we going with it. Like that dude gonna be the top face of the company.
Hey, side note, bro. I know it's not on the topics that we're talking about today, but that screenshot of that tweet from my old boy in Evolve that I sent to the group yesterday.
I didn't.
Oh yeah.
He was saying how they not gonna get a shot because they dick riding all the Samoans. I'm like, hey, bro. Let him and Jacob get in the ring, bro. That's something that'll get some views right there because that tweet went crazy yesterday, and like that's basically one of the only things everybody was talking about. Let them get in that ring and let them go one-on-one with a Samoan for real, bro. Put that shit on TV. We'll tune in.
Right. Hey, let's do it, man. Have y'all been checking out Evolve?
I'm gonna start watching next week, but I seen that tweet from old boy, and like Sella said in the group chat, we wait for another cut. Bro might be gone. You fucking with Samoan family, and you know who the hell you know who at this table, brother?
Right.
Rock, you'll never shine in this company, bro. So bro say fate is sealed. But I wanted to watch it, man, because I watched the match and it was a tag team that came up to NXT from there, bro. That did pretty good.
They dope. Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely want to get it more in tune with it.
The next matchup going on, man, I have here. Pat McAfee is coming from the announce table to get right back into the ring. He will be facing the former WWE World Champion Gunther. Oh man. If you notice, Pat McAfee has been getting in shape lately, man. You see he lost a little bit of weight, man, because he was putting on some pounds. So I knew he was gearing up for a match, but I didn't know he was gearing up to face Gunther. Pat McAfee gonna have some moves, man, but Gunther will destroy Pat McAfee. And this will put Gunther back into the world championship scene right here after this, after he destroys Pat McAfee. And this will be the send-off for Pat McAfee for a couple weeks, maybe, because college football will be starting pretty soon. Who do you have for this matchup, Gunther versus Pat McAfee?
I got Gunther winning a squash match. This bet not even beating nothing competitive. I ain't even playing. Like WWE going with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand he might get a few moves in. Yeah, I want to pop the crowd, but ain't no goddamn way Pat McAfee should last anything more than 5 minutes with Gunther. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that here. Heroic. He catching them off guard. He's doing this. Gunther's distracted. He's not confident. I don't want to hear that. It needs to be a complete, utter obliteration and destruction. And he needs to slice off Pat McAfee chest, bro, with them chops. I'm telling you, like it need to be a straight up I'm whooping your ass. Yeah. And like you said, Cliff, go do college football because we know that we know that's what's coming anyway. It's May. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So y'all about to be on all the campuses doing your thing. So peace out, bro. Corey Graves, I feel, is better at getting the wrestlers over anyways. So bring Corey Graves back up. You know what I'm saying? And write off Pat McAfee, and then you can have Pat McAfee come back and do something later down the line, you know what I'm saying, when you return. But this needs to be a squash match.
You know what? Corey Graves will go right back to SmackDown, and they love Wade Barrett. So Wade Barrett will be turned to Raw.
Or Wade Barrett come back to Raw?
I think they love Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett did WrestleMania this year. You're
right. I think Corey better on SmackDown anyway with that roster. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? With the other upcoming wrestlers, he better get them over to me.
Yeah. Bonus, who do you have in the match? Gunther versus Pat McAfee.
Hey man, McAfee got some legal issues he got to get taken care of. You know, everybody be trying to sue that nigga, so
yeah,
he might be gone longer than we think. But obviously, I'm taking Gunther, bro. Like Oob said, this match shouldn't be no longer than 7 minutes, bro. And Gunther should have all 80% of the offense in the match, bro. You know, this was a dominant world champion. You know what I'm saying? This was a dominant IC champion. You know what I'm saying? He only lost to the hottest nigga in the company, bro. Everybody else, easy defeat. Right. So the commentators shouldn't be any different. It actually should be a whole lot easier. So, yeah, man, I'm taking Gunther for the win. Easy.
One thing that I'm upset about this card, why it's 4 matches, we don't know if this is official yet, but they need to put the Street Profits on this card, man. I'm sorry.
Against who? Because the Contenders got to build their way back up.
Yeah, but they just got done with a match of the year candidate. I mean,
you're right though. You're right.
You know, but I like how they building up this tag team division in SmackDown with Fraxium and stuff. So
yeah, keep that match away for right now.
Keep it away. Yeah,
keep that away. I think one more match should be added though. 5 matches should be added to the card. It should be 5 straight matches. But if not, then that Fatal 4-Way need to be about 30 minutes. That Gunther versus Pat McAfee is not going to be long at all, in my opinion. Cena and Orton going to be long because they both 50 years old.
We're going to get to that match pretty soon because I got something to say about that match.
At some point, they're going to have to give us Fraxium versus the Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait. I want to see that. I want to see that.
Hey, the Motor City Machine Gun slowly but surely getting in with them casual fans, y'all. They slowly but surely getting in good with them casual. They're getting them better reactions now, man. They was coming out of some dead reactions for a couple of weeks. But after that ladder match and this, they did, that's going to be a crazy ass match. That's going to be crazy. Fraxium
one of my favorite tag teams of all time.
I used to hate Fraxium too, bro. Like,
me too, but they grew on me, though.
Yeah, they did too, bro. Facts.
Let's go on to the next match, man. Lyra Valkyria, the Intercontinental Championship, will defend her title against Becky Lynch. This is they kind of forced this up on us during WrestleMania when Becky Lynch replaced Bayley at WrestleMania. Becky Lynch came out saying that she's the one that hurt Bayley, so they are gearing up for a Bayley versus Becky match. This is what I'm figuring out here. I'm believing Becky Lynch will win the championship, so we can have this Becky versus Bayley for the IC championship match. And it's kind of fucked up if it happened because I like Lyra Valkyria, but I'm figuring that they could get more mileage out of Bayley and Becky with the title than Lyra, because Lyra is moving along, but she's not moving along fast enough to a Triple H standard right now. So I believe that Becky will win the championship because of that. Bundles, who do you have in this match right here?
I'm going to agree with Miss Mo. Backlash is so rushed. There wasn't enough time to build up any stories. That's why usually Backlash card is all WrestleMania rematches.
Yes,
It's usually why. But I'm gonna take Lyra in this match, bro. Honestly, I think they go give her one key win as champion, then to get the belt up off her. I don't think she beat nobody of any note since she's been champion for real, has she?
She beat Bayley.
She beat Bayley, yeah. Twice. She beat Bayley twice, I think.
Okay, I'm still gonna take her to win the match, bro. I'm still gonna take her there. Now she beat Bayley and
Becky Hogan.
Yeah, but I think Becky is gonna be the one to get the belt off her, but I think she gonna beat Becky first, bro.
Ooh, who do you have in this matchup?
I want Becky to win. The IC title needs some heat. So she didn't do a good job of getting heat on that title like Chelsea Green did with the US title. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea Green had a presentation around the title. She pissed that she lost it. She got a whole cabinet. It's like a whole character was made around that. She was, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she gonna get it back pretty soon in a few weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Just want to remind y'all, Lyra Valkyrie did pin Becky to win her first NXT championship too.
See? But let me tell you this. Becky will probably add some heat to that title.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Name credibility, title defenses, you know what I'm saying? Give her something to do, just like John Cena did with that US title. You know what I'm saying? With John, everybody thought he was going down the peg, but he really took that title and elevated it with that weekly challenge. For about goddamn 3 months, he was just having banger after banger after banger. Shout out to Sheamus, you know what I'm saying, with the US title. So Becky can do that too. You can put over a division winning and you know what I'm saying, getting that title up, and then somebody down the line beating her. I just don't feel like Lyra. I don't know what everybody's seeing Lyra. I don't see it, man. I don't get it.
I like it.
And
I like it.
I just don't see it, you know. And I just think it's time for her to come up off that title. Now, if she does win and get another signature win, and then the next one down the line, she needs to lose it to either Becky or Bayley so we can get some heat on this title.
The next matchup will be John Cena, the 17-time WWE Undisputed Champion, versus the 14-time WWE Champion, Randy Orton. These two have been feuding for years, ever since the OVW days, and this will come to a settle point for probably the last time ever. Cena versus Orton, man. I think this match is gonna be long, but it's gonna be slow and methodical because you got two slow and methodical wrestlers. Cena is wrestling in a heel way, so he gonna wrestle slowly, and you already know Randy Orton wrestles slow and, you know, thought provoking. I got John Cena winning, man. John Cena can't lose the title right now. Will you see a Cody Rhodes sighting, maybe interfering? Let's start with Oob on this one. Who do you have? John Cena versus
We got John Cena, but you know, if we're gonna stay at 4 matches, this Backlash has to have a crazy ass surprise or a crazy ass ending that get us talking. That's a Triple H type of card. Okay, we just had WrestleMania, blah blah blah. A few of y'all had some complaints about WrestleMania. All right, let's rectify it with this card right here. We're gonna throw y'all something, boom, 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 boom. And he's been doing some big shit at the smaller pay-per-views just to you know, keep the blood flowing a little bit. So we might see a Cody Rhodes coming and interfere in the match. Randy get pissed at Cody for like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? And we jumpstart they shit. You know what I'm saying? Now we got a nice little triangular feud. You know what I'm saying? But John Cena, you know John Cena definitely walking out of there with that title, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't losing that shit till later on in the year. But will we get somebody like The Rock popping up? You know what I'm saying? Will Cody interfere on behalf and fuck up Randy Orton's chances? You know, who else? What's Seth and his faction gonna do? So I think it's gonna be like you said, a slow, methodical match, Cliff. These two dudes can't really go high gear. They're gonna have their spots in the match though, but they're gonna have some controversy. They're gonna have something huge happen during this match. So that's my prediction. But John Cena gonna win, and then we're gonna get a crazy moment, an internet talking moment.
I think you'll see some blood in this match.
Probably like we
gotta
gonna
have
get
something extra in this match.
Yeah, Cena about to make this run memorable. Like he already got it memorable. This is his first title defense. He about to make every match memorable, bro. But he can't go like he used to go. So he got to get extra heelish, bro. Like cheat more, bro. Like for real. Headbutt a nigga or something.
Derek said he feel like Saturday Night Main Event on May 24th would be better than Backlash. What you think about that?
No. Well,
you never know, man.
Is he wrestling that night?
Mm-hmm. The card hasn't been established yet, so
because it's Saturday Night Main Event, and then we got Battleground and AEW that weekend, right?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we got AEW and we got Battleground both on Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. So we got a whole weekend of wrestling. SmackDown, Saturday Night Main Event, two events going head to head on Sunday. Monday Night Raw, Memorial Day.
Whew. So that's a lot of wrestling. Bundles, what your thoughts about this main event? Cena versus Orton.
I've told y'all plenty of times, like back in the day, like 2008 to like 2012, I used to go to this spot in Dearborn called Bailey's and watch all the WWE pay-per-views. In between that time, most of the main events and those pay-per-views were John Cena versus Randy fucking Orton, bro. Damn near 90% of the time. Who would have known 16 years later, I'm interested in seeing a fucking Randy Orton versus John Cena match, bro. Like, I'm interested in seeing it, bro. However, my prediction, I'm going no contest. Okay. Cena's gonna lead champion. But I think we're gonna see I think we go see Cody and R-Truth get involved in this, bro. And we go get a no contest. That's what I believe is going to happen. I could be wrong, but I'm going no contest overall. I don't see them closing the show with Randy losing in his hometown.
It's St. Louis, yeah.
I think we get a no contest, and they probably run it back at Saturday night's main event, or we get a 3-way at the next pay-per-view.
I feel you, Miss Mo, man. I do not want to see Travis Scott. No more.
Yeah.
I don't even want to hear fing.
Yeah. It's gonna be easy. Go away heat. If The Rock don't come out 30 seconds later, I'm telling you.
Right.
Hopefully I better show up.
So let's go on to the next main event topic at hand. Oh shoot. Never mind. Got one more. Not the main event topic at hand, but we have AEW. We ain't talked about AEW in a long time. But it has been announced for the Owen Hart Cup Championship. Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay for the Owen Hart Cup Championship final during what's the name of the pay-per-view? Is it
Double or Nothing?
Double or Nothing. Man, this has been anticipated for quite a while, and this is to launch basically Will Ospreay to that anticipated AEW Championship. Whenever he catches it in, probably gonna be in the all in. Guys, man, what your thoughts about this matchup coming up and going towards this match? They both had pretty good matches in the semifinals. I was really impressed with that Hangman match that was on Wednesday, man. Bundles, what your thoughts about this?
Fletcher?
Yeah, that match right there. I couldn't think of Fletcher's name. That match right there.
Kyle Fletcher, man.
Fletcher, man. He needs to be that guy, man. He's so far my wrestler of the year so far. And he has minimal matches, but he is showing more charisma, more of a character this year than probably any AEW wrestler on the card right now.
Except for Hangman. Come on now.
Except for Hangman.
Come on now.
But Kyle Fletcher, dog, that guy right there, he got that brain buster, man. Whew.
So crisp, so deadly looking, bro.
Dog, yeah. Well, Bundles, man, what your thoughts about the anticipated match of Hangman Adam Page and Will Ospreay? I'm getting tired of Ospreay also, but go ahead, Bundles.
I wish I could throw up a clip of my prediction of that tournament winner when we were talking about this tournament. I said Hangman Adam Page is winning. The rest of y'all picked Ospreay. I picked the Hangman. Hangman is winning, bro. I think I fully understand Tony Khan's booking style, and I ain't gonna hold you up, bro. I enjoyed watching Dynamite Wednesday. I didn't watch all the Collision last night. I plan on going back and finishing it, but I enjoyed Dynamite, bro. And I think I found the way of how to enjoy it. You just have to watch it like you're watching
Hey, hold on. You say you gotta figure it out just like a puzzle or some shit?
Yeah, bro. They started the show off of what I called what did I call it? A PWG Classic or a PWG. So I called it some shit, bro. It's your typical everyday AEW match, bro. But I enjoyed it. With all the bullshit and all the shit that made zero sense. I enjoyed it, bro. And that set the tone to make the rest of the show enjoyable. Although you see a bunch of dumb shit. For instance, I believe it was the tag team match, bro. There was no tags. These niggas like literally brawled all outside the ring. There was no counts, nothing. But you know how the match was won, bro? A nigga distracted the referee to hit somebody to make the cover, bro. Like, you didn't have to do that. What was the point of distracting the referee? You didn't do that the other 15 minutes of the. It was like stupid shit like that. If you just watch it and just take away the psychology of it, bro, it's so enjoyable. It's so enjoyable. Take away psychology and all common sense. It's an enjoyable show. However, if we're talking about the Hangman, so that goes back to me saying I understand Tony Khan's booking, bro. Hangman's gonna win this, and somehow the Young Bucks are gonna fuck him over for winning the title from John Moxley, bro. That's gonna be the story right there. That's gonna be the story. I don't think Will Ospreay is gonna come close to that title until the end of the year. The end of the year, that's when they go give Ospreay his shot at that title. Oof. We shouldn't have to, but that's just how it worked. That's just how it worked, Miss Mo.
He said, "Yeah."
Sorry, I took ourselves in the right. I enjoyed the match. Man, listen, Kyle Fletcher, I would have been mad if he'd have won.
Go ahead, Ugo. What your thoughts about the Hangman Ospreay?
Man, it's gonna be a great match, man. Like you said, the match leading up to it, Hangman and Kyle Fletcher was a banger, bro. And like I said, a very, very high on Kyle Fletcher. That boy is. Listen, Tony, they doing him right over there. We talk shit about AEW, the booking, but that boy, they got something special with him. You know what I'm saying? So they really gotta put the gas on him, get him locked in money wise, and then really just build his character better. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a winner with Kyle Fletcher, man. He got all the tools. You know what I'm saying? He got all the tools to be a top star. He can't be another free developmental for WWE. You know what I'm saying? They be having the pieces, and Hangman on AEW has been the best written character, one of the best written characters in wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Hangman has been one of the best feuds of this year, last year. It's still lingering on. So they're doing some long-term booking with him and Swerve. I highly expect Swerve to cause Hangman another match with Ospreay and letting Ospreay win the match. So that's my prediction. But Hangman has been on fire. Match-wise, story-wise, character-wise. You know what I'm saying? Bro is literally one of the best characters in wrestling. He's probably one of my most underrated people in wrestling right now. You know what I'm saying? You know him and Ospreay go put on a banger. Now, these will be one of the matches Ospreay kind of switches up a little bit. Please don't give us a typical Ospreay match. You know what I'm saying? So I think they kind of switch it up a little bit. But I got Ospreay winning this match and going on to All In and facing Moxley for the title. And Hangman being in a feud.
Thank you, Miss Mo, man. Make sure you do subscribe, man, so you don't miss out. Make sure you hit that notification also so you don't miss out whenever we go on live too, man. I'm glad
thank you so much.
Randomly recommended this one. That means it's we floating around, y'all.
Hit
that YouTube, right? Hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, man. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this match.
Real quick, Cliff. I fully expect Dave Meltzer to give this a 6.5 star, 7-star match. You already know he gave it a pre 5 match. It's already a classic already.
Exactly.
Then wrestling.
Dave already blew his gasket already.
You know yeah, bro. Come on, you already know what's gonna be in that 7-star realm.
Right. But
classic for sure. My bad though. My bad for cutting you off.
You good. Damn, I forgot to put this on there. Well, let's go on to the final main event topic at hand. WWE Friday. That's why I'm wearing all black with my black background. We had Black Friday, man. We had WWE cuts, man. This is a yearly go around, man. Triple H said they always evaluate their talent around this time and see who will be letting loose, man. Like I said, man, WWE can't keep everybody. They have a lot of great talent that they are bringing up from NXT, coming up from AEW, New Japan, and
why this nigga say coming up from AEW like that?
That's where they came from, you know. Nick Khan said, he's sure saying that they're gonna sign some wrestlers from AEW. So, hey, they gotta leave some room for that, So, anyway, but WWE released a few of their wrestlers Friday, man. Let me name them all for y'all. You had Braun Strowman, Dakota Kai, Kaden Carter, Shayna Baszler, Katana Chance, Gigi Dolan, Riley Osborne, Eddie Thorpe, Jakara Jackson. Oh my God, no.
Oh God damn it.
Gallus, Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang. Ora Mensa. Oh my goodness. And Javier Bernal. I don't even know who that is. But yeah, man. The biggest thing I realized that the biggest surprise that got released for me was Braun Strowman, because Braun Strowman did a lot, man. I don't think he had a bad match during his comeback there. And he put over one of their biggest stars in Jacob Fatu. And I believe they just didn't have nothing else for him. as far as storyline wise and the wrestling wise. And that's a problem. That's a problem when you have a person like Braun Strowman, so big, and and only thing I'm surprised of why you still have almost on the roster. You know what I'm saying? You still have a person like damn, what's his name? He hurt right now. The black dude, Apollo Crews.
Oh,
Apollo Crews. Omos is still on the roster. I think he could have cut them and kept Braun Strowman. He could have been one of them people that help you put over people, or even be your mid card champion for a minute. But what's your thoughts about these cuts? These evaluations of these cuts and stuff like that.
I was surprised with the Braun Strowman cut. I'm kind of surprised. I like Katana Chance and Caden Carter. I like those two. I feel like they are a true tag team, and if you really gave them a little focus, they could have been, useful in the tag division. Jakara Jackson, I thought she was doing a decent job. They think she just needed more development on her own. They split up Metaphor this past week on NXT. So I'm thinking like, okay, she's going to carve her own path, and then she's shown the door. Mm-hmm. And, Last Legend, who we know was the biggest star out of that one, is going to get her opportunity probably on the main roster, But I was just surprised at Braun Strowman. I feel like you can have some things going with Braun Strowman, man. Dude really did a good job of putting over Bronson Reed over on the Raw side, and them having a nice mid-card feud, and that really got Bronson Reed over with the fans. And then we got him coming over here and really getting Jacob Fatu that next step, that next level, being that great first feud for Jacob Fatu and getting him over too. I think he's a good hand. You know what I'm saying? So don't know if he costs too much. Don't know what he's doing backstage. Don't know the reason. But for some reason, he keeps getting cut. Second time he's been released.
Paul Heyman said he sucked.
And it seems like if you don't make that, if you're not in consideration of that WrestleMania card or not on that card, you out of there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in the mix. But he was in the mix.
Another thing, Braun Strowman was hindered with injuries. Also, his knee had a serious knee injury. You could tell how he was, one of his finishes was running around the ring. He used to be super fast doing that shit. Now it was just a slow jog now, and that's was a move that got him over when he was putting over Roman Reigns back in the day. And now, man, he do that run around the ring, man. It takes him 2 minutes just to go around the ring. Basically, Braun Breaker stole his gimmick on doing that shit now.
Hey, like the NFL, we go give us that 23-year-old running back. He's 30,
right?
But put him in a tag team. You can find some use for him.
He'll form a tag team champion.
Yeah, put him in a tag team, man. Karrion Kross floating around. Put him with Karrion Kross. But I just feel like he's a good hand. I feel like he's a good, solid wrestler. Like I said, I don't know what's going on backstage. Other opinions on Dakota Kai. Kind of feel like she's injured too much.
He's injured.
Always injured. I'm surprised about Shayna Baszler. I feel like you could have did something with her as well. But Vince ruined her twice. So
why Shayna Baszler got cut. She's old, man. She's about to turn 43. There's no upside with her, man. There's no upside. It's no upside, man. She older than one of some of their best wrestlers, So
yeah, when you got the talent they got coming up, man. You see, NXT got too many.
You gotta realize, man. Julia Stephanie Vacure is up with the NXT championship.
You see Stephanie Vacure. Stephanie Vacure is the highest rising WWE superstar in terms of social media contact, social media engagement, bro. They are they loathing over her, bro. She's the most popular. She's more popular now than some of the main roster acts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're probably thinking like, yeah, get her out of here.
And there, I see what you're saying about that talent back then when they was cutting, but I think with those were more of a contract money situation with those wrestlers back then, with Samoa Joe, Aleister Black, Shelton Benjamin, Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt. I think that was more of a contract situation, money situation cut with these wrestlers this year. I think it's more a strategic cut. What I mean by strategic cut means they really don't have anything else to do with them. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't find a way to use them. And you could tell who they cut. Eddie Thorpe, who was used in NXT, but if you watch NXT, you could tell that he wasn't excelling as far as a heel person, and they didn't know what else to do with him after that. Jakara Jackson, she was a great tag team wrestler, but was still green a lot, and Lash Legend surpassed her as far as her as a wrestler now. And they can't do nothing with her being a singles wrestler on that roster right there. Same with Gigi Dolan, man. Gigi Dolan just don't have charisma like that, They just don't have nothing else. They can't find ways to use them no more. Let's go on to bundles. What's your thoughts about these cuts?
Of all those names on the list, there are only like two that I'm surprised about, and it's the Eddie Thorpe and goddamn Cora Jade. Oh, and Gallus. I
forgot to mention Cora Jade.
The rest of those names I'm not surprised about. They're either older or there's no creative for them at the moment or the immediate future, or like you said, it's like 2 years from now, what are we going to be doing with you? Probably nothing. So there's no point of having you here. And it's not a big deal. It happens all the time. The only difference now is because it's under TKO and not under just a publicly traded, or just based on what Vince's possible creative is. Some of the names now are going to be like, whoa, I'd have never expected that. You know what I'm saying? Because of the pay. We're paying you a lot of money and not using you. Cut time. You got to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We either restructure this or you got to go. And more than likely, people know they're not going to be used. They're not going to restructure. Let me go. That's all it is, bro. Is people make it a big thing all the time, every year. We know this is going to happen every year, bro. Every year. We can kind of gauge who it's going to be based upon what we see on TV. Again, the only ones that I'm shocked about is the Cora Jade and Eddie Thorpe and Gallus. Gallus solely because they were the ones training with Dwayne Johnson. So I figured, they get a little pass or whatever. But, Cora Jade, before her injury and after her injury, she was like placed up top in the women's division at NXT. You know what I'm saying? So I was shocked about that. But every other name on that list, it makes sense, bro. Jakara Jackson, from the first time I seen her in ring to the most recent time I seen her in ring, it looks like there's no improvement, bro. It looks like there is zero improvement. They probably told her, hey, if you want to take the shit serious, we still got the relationship with TNA. Go down there, work with them, or hit the indies, get your shit up. We watching everything. We own everything. We like what we see. Obviously, we had you here one time. We'll bring you back. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, everybody else, Shayna Baszler, older, like Ooh said, Vince ruined her, bro.
Yeah.
Ruined her. When she came up, she was a killer. Then he didn't do shit with her, dog, and just
shelved her ass.
Did her badly. let me see, Caden, Carter, and Chance, they just never got over, bro. They just never got over. Gigi Dolan, you know, she got the look, but like you said, there's no charisma there. It's literally, they've tried everything with her, you know, and then when she was the most over is when she was with Mandy Rose and JC Jane. That's when she was the most over. They got her away from them, and she been floundering ever since, bro.
She lost that weight and lost that BBL, you know. Just turned to like a regular person.
And, you know,
Shawn Michaels was like, hell nah.
Hey, I'm saying this in the group chat the other day about Braun Strowman. Like, I think you've done all you can do with him at this point, bro. Like, I understand you saying he can be used to put over other talent outside of like your Jacobs. There's no other talent that's on the roster today that he can put over that it's going to help. None. There's not one guy. Outside of, you know, you got guys obviously down in NXT who, you know, guys like Obafemi and possibly a Trick Williams can get a dub over him. But there's nobody on the main roster that can beat Braun Strowman that it will legitimately help outside of Jacob, bro. So I think that was basically it, bro. Bronson Reed got hurt, bro. Not really much we can do with you right now. So we probably paying you what, $2 million, $1 million, or whatever the fuck. We'll eat that. You got to go. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I think there are some names that people are not released. I think that's because they probably have, you know, other methods of using them, training, you know, or, you know, bring you down here. He works your style on the indies. Show him how to work his style here, because the way you did, type of deal. Like you said, Apollo Crews. I can see Apollo Crews being a trainer, bro. I can definitely see Dog being a trainer. Shinsuke Nakamura.
Apollo Crews, Go Mob. That's my frat brother too. You know what I'm saying?
Like Shinsuke Nakamura. A lot of people are surprised he wasn't released. I can see him being a trainer because they're, you know, starting to get a lot of Japanese guys over. Shinsuke can work on me in, bro. So there's going to be some
Japanese liaison too.
Exactly. So there's going to be some names that people are going to be like, why they not released? Because they're probably going to be useful elsewhere for the company, bro. So
Triple H just came in, so a lot of our luchadors, a lot of our Latin wrestlers. You're right.
Yeah. So listen, bro, it's a business. It happens every year. It's just now. This is all. The last 2 years they've been showing us they're on a whole different level of business at this point in time. So some of the names might be shocking, some of them might not. But I'm used to the shit by this point.
Yeah, it's. You know,
wouldn't Shayna be good as a trainer though? Was she backstage working with the women?
Man, listen, Shayna is. Let me see how can I put this. The type of women WWE are bringing in, they don't want Shayna training them. If that makes sense of what I'm saying, and I'm not saying it for that reason. I'm saying it solely because they're not working Shayna's style. Now, if they were like recruiting
Shayna
a
has
lot
a
of girls
completely
that
different
were working
style.
they would probably keep her around.
I could see Shayna in AEW with the homegirl that's on the with the John Moxley and them.
I could see you got a working relationship with TNA. Hear me out.
I see a lot of their cuts going to TNA.
Why not just transfer them over to TNA? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, look, man, let's get y'all down over here. Y'all gonna work over here for a while.
They will.
And no, you're really just cutting ties financially, and then getting free development, and y'all can come back later. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they're gonna do with Cora Jade. Cora Jade just had a world championship match down in TNA.
If I think
2 weeks ago,
Cora Jade, she don't do it for me either. I think Eddie Thorpe has a good chance of reinventing himself and hitting the circuit and coming back and doing his thing. Man,
they try to reinvent. Man, they try to reinvent Eddie Thorpe down in NXT so many times. Man, first he was the DJ. Next
they did
he
the
was
same thing with Drew McIntyre.
Person. You know, yeah. Well, I mean,
Drew went through so many different changes till they fucked him up, and he's like, bro, just go on the indies, grow some hair, grow some chest on your hair, and grow a beard. You know what I'm saying?
Come back and you'll main event WrestleMania.
Right? Exactly. Boom. Dang, oh, he looks like a main eventer now. Cody just went and dyed his hair blonde. You know, start wearing suits and shit.
So Corey J gonna be on OnlyFans.
But
showing off the
I wasn't
things he bought.
I wasn't an Eddie Thorpe fan, but I liked his work as a heel. Like,
yeah, he was okay heel.
It was easier for me to not like him even more, you know, when he was a heel. So I enjoyed this shit. You know
I did too, man. I just saw some potential there. And for Gallus, yeah, you're right. He did train Rock for damn near 3 months to get him ready for WrestleMania. You would think they would be given a damn chance on the main roster to fail. Like, give me a chance to fail. Let me get up here.
Especially with tag teams, they need tag teams to get over.
The thing, and it's shocking to me because, I just last week or a couple of weeks ago was praising them because I'm still a fan of them, bro. The Viking Raiders, these niggas been up since 2020.
Yeah,
and shit, injuries and people ain't really been behind them and they still around. Why not give Gallus a shot, bro? They've been solid.
Give him a shot.
Right.
Triple H guys, you know, I think they saw the potential in the War Raiders when old boy was going solo. But you're right, Sellers, man. Like, dog, they've been here for a minute and they still not really over like that. Like, you know, I don't want to see their name on the future Endeavor list, but what are they doing? What they got backstage that's going on? You know, Triple H can't keep Gallus.
Like I said, bro, there are a few names that before the end of the year, probably because they do 2 cuts. They do one after Mania and there's one after SummerSlam, right?
The summertime cuts, I think so.
Yeah, it's about 4 or 5 names that if they do pop up, I wouldn't be surprised at this point, solely because they didn't win at Mania, bro. And I don't think they've been on TV since the War Raiders. I wouldn't be surprised, bro, if they on their way out, man. But y'all both had the injuries. Y'all came back. We pushed you, put the title, and
y'all Mania match.
Still can't do it, bro. So they might be up, bro. Them boys might be up.
I hope not, because they need tag teams over there on Raw.
They need tag teams, Cliff, but like in today's age, man, like Triple H said in an interview too, man, you got to start clicking at some point. Like at some point, bro, we're going to give you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. If not, you got, what do you say, 3 years? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm giving you 3 years. We taking off the injuries. And looking at these cuts, y'all, looking at the people that they just got within the last month. Shit, Aleister Black. You know, it's like I'll take all. That's a fair trade. You know what I'm saying? But AEW got to do some cuts too. Yeah, AEW has to do some cuts too. So it's going to be a lot of flip flopping. TNA going to probably benefit the most. You know what I'm saying? Because they getting premium talent, and I think we got a few more people on the AEW roster that's being held hostage. That's going to be cut loose soon. You know what I'm saying? That you definitely going to the WWE side of things, and then Tony gonna swoop up who we can swoop up. I think Braun Strowman will be good over there. I think he'd be better over in TNA, honestly, than AEW.
Oh, he definitely ain't gonna go to AEW because they ain't gonna get used.
Here in North America, bro, we can have a legit Power 4. We got Maple Leaf Pro, WWE, TNA, and AEW. We can have a legit Power 4. If things keep going like this, where like WWE, how many people is this, Cliff? Like 14 names? You know,
so, yeah.
TNA only sign talent 1 year, 2 years, then they do it again every January. AEW just all over the fucking place, and Maple Leaf Pro just grab some anybody, bro. This is good. This is good ecosystem for wrestling here in North America, bro. Right. All of this shit is easily available for everybody to watch, bro. We ain't gotta go digging deep for it on TV or something with 1 million fucking subs on YouTube. Very easily available. So let's keep the wrestling ecosystem alive here, bro. A lot of people hate seeing people get released, but this is good for everybody involved, bro.
Yeah. A lot of reinventions can happen.
That's why I just said there before we start the segment. They gotta make room for possible AEW bring ups, call ups, basically, because you're gonna have a lot of people come from AEW that wants to get signed with WWE, and WWE are interested in those wrestlers like a Mariah May, So
yeah.
Listen,
Now,
if we're looking at that list, bro, and you tell me right now, 42-year-old Shayna Baszler or Cora Jade or Dakota Kai for a Mariah May, hell yeah, I'm taking that trade. Absolutely.
Facts.
You
ain't lying. I'm looking at a cut like Shayna Baszler, and I'm getting cut. I'm thinking like, okay, don't cut too deep because I like Zoe Starks. I feel like Zoe Starks can have a great career in WWE.
I think they like Zoe Starks too.
Yeah, that's why I don't want her to be on the chopping block like that. I know she was associated with the last two people who got cut over there, but keep people like that, and all right, reinvent them and let them do their thing, man. Because, but like you said, man, I'll take a fucking like a Mariah May, and like you said, your first round draft picks you got coming up. It's like when you got people like Bailey getting lost in the shuffle, it's like, hey, y'all better shape up or ship out.
So because we got Jordan Grace on deck, we got Jay Parker on deck.
Jay Parker,
like dog, we got
Zarya on deck, Kalani Jordan on deck. We ready.
Sol Ruka,
man,
ready.
Future main eventers, all
ready.
Of them.
Exactly. So you better hop into that great character. Like Naomi right now, she doing great character work.
Mm-hmm.
I got a new look. I got a new persona. I got a character. So title or not, I'm relevant because I'm playing this great character.
Fellas, and I'm happy you brought her up. Ooh, she leading the way right now. My female woman wrestler of the year, bro.
Oh yeah,
she's leading the way. Her match with Jade, bro, like she earned her platinum ring general badge that match, bro, and she been carrying it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
She been, bro. That alone just added like 3 extra years of life to her whole career, just in that character alone, bro. Shout out to Naomi, man.
Shout out to Naomi. Great character work, bro. You want to have that layer? Do you want to have them layers right now? You know what I'm saying? To be putting these storylines, or to be good foils, or to be good attack. You know what I'm saying? Because you see what they're doing. Right now.
Derek be coming up with these points, bro. Derek be spitting. Derek, you be spitting. We need to have you as a guest on the show one day.
It won't impact programming at all, man. But some of these good hands.
Yeah,
some of them good hands. I'm gonna stand on that. Braun Strowman's a good hand. The Gallus, I definitely could have been let them fill on the main roster. You know what I'm saying? But we do get the WWE draft coming up. You know what I'm saying? So they already brought up people like Julia. They already brought up Stephanie Vacura, who's their new flavor of the week. She's the new, you know what I'm saying? That damn signature move she got is more favorite than Rikishi's, I tell you that. I'd rather have that stink face. Sorry, babe. And man, it's the men got a little bit more time, but the women, we might see a lot more cuts, Cliff, on their side because you just got so much ammunition coming up.
Dang, Shayna Baszler 44 years old. That was a year off.
44. Wow. What's our girl that hang with Tozawa and Otis? She's gotten 10 times better.
They work. Yeah, they work with her. Yeah.
Oh my, they keeping people like her over some of the people, bro. She done got way better in the ring. And she just got on the mic. She just got a certain type of character. We know the aesthetics,
right?
But she play a certain type of character, bro, and it's over. You gotta latch on to something.
So what thing I do like that if you watch the women down at NXT, they're not allowed to advance in any kind of way until you show you can actually like be competent in the ring and actually talk on the mic, bro. Right. They don't advance at all until you show you can do some of that. Jada Parker gonna be the next one to pop up, bro.
Yeah.
Her promos, you can hear her voice be damn near like she ready to cry in the motherfuckers, bro. She coming up next.
Yes.
I think Lash Legend gonna come.
I think Lash Legend going to that main roster.
I count her as up now, bro, because she's wrestled on the main show quite a few times.
Yeah.
So, and then they're about to gear up and get that NXT title on somebody else too. Stephanie Curry about to have a short title reign. They probably let it go in like a little triple threat or fatal 4-way match. But they seen all they need to see from Stephanie McCurry on the main roster, bro. They bringing her ass up. They say, bye-bye. This draft, bye. You know what I'm saying? Kiss that title goodbye. They seen that shit. They put her on there twice. She getting main roster reactions. They know that signature move. She just got the look. She got the in-ring ability. Man.
That's crazy how her life turned around in 24 hours, bro. no matter where she go, 24 hours. Boom.
She like, thank you, AEW.
Gamble on herself. I can make more over here, or I can go be a damn star. Now look at it.
Yeah,
I'm a star in less than a year. So
made itself off. Shout out to her, boy.
Yeah, but a lot of people in AEW looking at that like, okay, boom. But a lot of people in WWE, can go do the same thing in AEW and getting, because look at Ricochet right now. Ricochet is having the time of his life. Getting paid. He working less. He get to be who he want to be. Being used the way he want to be used. He having the time of his life over there. So shout out to Ricochet too.
Samantha's husband.
Right. So shout out to Samantha's husband. Fire video, by the way, Samantha. Fire video. The music video's fire.
Yeah. She got a little controversy too, but
Let me ask y'all a question, bro. Name the 4 top promotions in North America. We in 2025 right now. By 2030, where will they rank amongst each other? 1 through 4.
You talk about the top 4 being WWE, TNA, AEW,
and Maple Leaf Pro.
Maple Leaf. In 2030, where will it stand? It'll probably be WWE. Then WWE presents All Elite Wrestling. WWE presents Thursday's Impact. And Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. Somebody getting gobbled up by then. It might be a full acquisition of TNA, but somebody getting gobbled up by then, bro. Full library, everything.
I got WWE, AEW, bro. TNA, and Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. I haven't checked Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. Is that on YouTube or something?
Yes, bro. Check that shit. They have some solid matches, and it's one of those things where you can watch it because they don't have a weekly show. I don't believe they just have pay-per-views.
Okay,
you're gonna know mostly everybody you're going to see, and some of the newer guys are not bad, so it's gonna be entertaining to watch, bro.
Yeah, Dakota Kai is better than B-Fab. I think we all know that, but she just injury prone, man. She came back from that knee injury, she had another meniscus tear that kept her out for
both legs,
I believe. Right. So
that's why her girl got cut too.
Tegan Knott.
Tegan Knott, the one she used to team with, she got cut too. They can't stay healthy, bro.
You can't say
can't do nothing. They try to push her with the damage control and stuff. Then soon as she did 2 matches, she got injured again. So how many years they gonna go through that?
Can't say she's better than B-Fab, where B-Fab is better on the mic. B-Fab is improving in the ring. B-Fab is miles ahead of where she's was
probably younger
last time. And yes, she's probably younger, probably cheaper, but it's more potential there for her than somebody that's 32, 33 years old, 35, 2, 3 knee injuries in, really can't get you popped over with the crowd anyways. You know what I'm saying? That's how they looking at certain shit like that. I ain't trying to say it ain't heartless because that's their dream, but you see where they're going.
If you got long legs and you're a woman in WWE, you can go a long way.
Nah, you got to be polarizing. You see what they're doing to Charlotte right now? They're doing the same. They slowly but surely turning on Bianca. They be fickle. You know what I'm saying? Be having fetishes. So if he now Stephanie McCure, man, a lot of that shit be fetish. And Charlotte ain't fitting the bill like she used to. So the character change has got to be enormous for people to be like to justify the hate. You know what I'm saying? So Charlotte just becoming a power hungry fucking bee alongside her two other power hungry people, you know what I'm saying? Like would be ideal. But shit, they on everybody's head.
Man, they got some stories there they can lay down and stretch some shit out, bro. And they got the talent there to fulfill it. However, I don't know, bro. It's all about where they want to go. It's all on Triple H, bro. Like I said plenty of times before, he's earned goodwill with me, man. I ain't gonna sit up here and bash the nigga, but I went back and watched WrestleMania a couple of times, bro. It wasn't better than last year's. It wasn't better than last year. It wasn't better than the year before that one, and it wasn't better than the year before that one. So
he made some key mistakes this year. Yeah. Key mistakes, and then a few flip flops, a Rock appearance, that TLC match, bro. This has been an all-time classic WrestleMania. A few adjustments.
Yeah. It wasn't bad, but it just it didn't have a lot of it didn't have a WrestleMania feel. I agree with a lot of people. It just didn't have a WrestleMania feel, but you got time to clear it up, bro. We got a Backlash, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam. We got a lot of
main event,
Saturday Night Main. We got a lot of time to clean it up, bro. And I'm gonna just wait it out and see what we do.
The 2-day SummerSlam gonna be epic, so they gotta really hit that home. They already got Cardi B. I'm over these rappers right now.
Yeah.
But
don't have her get involved in no matches, bro. Yeah. Don't have her cutting no promos and don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Just say the matches. Do your thing.
Just host.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, fellas, that's it, man. We hopefully these WWE cuts that they'll land into a better position. New Japan is out there, TNA is out there, AEW, the Indies is out there, man. I think most of those wrestlers will find and land a home, and hopefully they'll be back in WWE in a few years. But
I'm really, if y'all had to bet out of all these names, who makes the I'm gonna go with Chance and Carter. I feel like they gonna hit the indie scene, do their thing, and get recognized and come back pretty soon. Most likely TNA.
I think Carter probably will come back. I think probably Chance will probably hang him up in. Yeah.
As far who's coming back?
Yeah.
I would go Eddie Thorpe, Jakar Jackson, and Cora Jade. The motherfuckers I would say those three, especially if Cora and Jakar are going to TNA. I think Eddie probably can just do his thing anywhere on the indies, probably go overseas, go to Japan, do his thing over there. But I want to see what Jakara and Cora Jade do. But I for surely can see them coming back.
Well, now it's time to say goodbye to all my Negro friends. It's at that time, fellas. We've been on this boy for like an hour and 49 minutes, man. Do y'all have anything else to say to the hot tag crowd in here today? Nope.
I thought Ooh was gonna say something.
I thought Tubbs was going first. My bad.
I go first. Fuck it. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all of y'all taking time out your day to join us on the stream and talk about pro wrestling and other sports related things. As you go on throughout the rest of your day and week before you join us again, don't be assholes to each other. Be polite, be nice, respectful, bro. Like we live in a fucked up world. We see how left shit can go, and we don't choose to be that way, man. Just life is short. Love your people, love everybody around you, but respect everyone.
Ooh, what you got?
Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Like Stella said, like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate all the live viewers. We in the algorithm now. We getting recommendations, so we getting new viewers each week. We've had some record high streams the last few weeks, so really appreciate everybody here in the chat, watching live, watching later, man. Thank you so much. Hot Tag Radio.
Yep. I'd like to say thank y'all to everybody who came out, and we will see y'all next week. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe like everybody else been saying, and we'll see y'all next week. Same hot time, same hot channel. Peace.
What does it take to stop this manual crowd? Reign of terror.
Look, the underground is the sound you've been missing.
You got to pay the price, and it's gonna be a heavy one.
Don't let your mouth get you hurt, bro. If you don't like hip hop, then turn this off now. Run back to Sean style. Do what I feel like the dog pound. The bar's open, so some more round. The bank open like the Rothschilds. I'm Beethoven with raw sounds. All in together now. Catch, bet, and foul. Bet a thou. You won't see the second round. Them weapons out. Life is a violent sport, dig it? That's why I raise my gun. I ain't no child support, nigga. Protect the fam, a Kruger hand slick. Take care of mine. 3 stacks told you about Caroline. Oh, stupid ass bitch.